this is Tony from her Homestead Skills. Well, I just got back from shopping, just a little shopping, and looking around to see what there was, and stores are full. Shelves are full, everything is doing well, food-wise. Although, once again, pain meds, and especially for children, the shelves are bare. And I have heard that there have been, in one case, somebody that one of my daughters is familiar with, her child ended up in the hospital because she couldn't bring her fever down. And I suggested, when I was told that news, that she could have given the child a cool bath to help bring the fever down. But that was already after the fact, so don't know what she did and what she didn't do, but in the end the child pretty much had a seizure and had to be rushed to the hospital because her fever was so high. And shortage of children's medication was the cause of all that. So we're experiencing that again. And while I was out shopping, of course I turned the news on my radio station, and they suggested that they're expecting a shipment of meds to supply hospitals and drugstores and early next week. Now, if you don't think that parents are going to go out and buy everything that they can, I mean, this is just the beginning of the winter season, the beginning of the colds. So who would want their child to have a seizure and end up in the hospital just because they can't get them some medication to bring their fever down? Personally, I would have, if I had an adult pill, I would have cut it into a quarter or half, depending on the age of the child, and given them that, which is better than nothing at all, or found some other means. As I say, sometimes a cold bath, or I've known as a child that a sponge bath with rubbing alcohol sometimes can help. So there are other ways. It's just that a lot of people are not familiar with anything but running to the drugstore and getting instant pain meds. Anyway, hopefully some people will learn, or they'll stock up. As soon as the stores have it available, they will empty them out again, so this shortage will continue, unfortunately. So I also stopped by Dollar Tree today, and Dollar Tree is where I pick up my limited amount of Christmas cards that I send out. They are the cutest little things, and they're the specialty ones that you'd pay $4 or $5 and even more for them elsewhere. And they're individually wrapped with their envelopes so they don't get dirty. And they're $1.25 a piece, as opposed to $4 or $5 and $6 a piece, which I can't see paying for a card. But that's just me. Some people think that that is not a problem. But at $1.25, I had no issue buying a few of them. And what I do with those is I put a few dollars in those envelopes, and they are gifts. And that is the easy way. I don't have to go shopping. People can buy what they want for themselves, which sometimes what you buy them is no longer what they want. They think you're old and out of touch, and maybe we are. So a little bit of a few dollars in an envelope, and they can go and splurge whichever way they want. So I've done that recently. And that was a habit I picked up off my mother. Yeah, cash is always welcome, no matter who you are. So it works. Now, behind me, perhaps you can see my lampshade here that I found at the flea market. And I hadn't been to the flea market in quite a while because, well, last few times I went, it was just boring, a lot of garbage in my mind. Nothing that I wanted to take home, nothing that I wanted to spend money on. So I have been avoiding it. I'm very particular these days. I really don't want to clutter up my house with things that I don't want. if I find a treasure, I will bring it home. And this lamp to me was just perfect. So yeah, this lamp shade, which I've just turned on, to me was one of the lovely things that I did find. And you do find treasures. It's just sometimes they're when you least expect it. Maybe when you just happen to stop in not expecting to find anything, you find that treasure. Other times you could go 2-3 times a week and find absolutely nothing when you're deliberately looking for something special. Anyway, that's just the nature of thrift shops. So you just have to be there at the right time when something happens to come in the door. Anyway, as I say, that's where my little lampshade ended up. It was a perfect fit for this small little lamp that I had, and it replaced a somewhat similar, but not the same, lampshade that was there and broke quite a while ago. So, well, it's getting cold here, and I can't stand the cold. I have a very difficult time with the cold, and sometimes I just can't seem to get warm. And I don't know if that's my body weight and my size. Sometimes the only way I can get warm is to get into a hot shower, and that does help. Layering doesn't seem to do it. And I just found another electric heater that maybe that will help. You know, getting a draft in one corner here or there certainly makes it uncomfortable. We're expecting tons of snow, I hear. I don't know how much we're getting where I am exactly, but I hear up north they are going to get huge amounts of snow. And it's early. It's early for that much snow. It's early for a snowfall. We've already had one here. But it seems to be the nature of the beast this year. For now, I will get around to doing the sauerkraut. I did buy a cabbage today and could not believe how expensive it is. Mind you, it was a great big one, and it weighs a fair bit. So that probably will do all the sauerkraut that we use. It's not like we eat tons of it, but I like to do a good batch, and that huge cabbage will do a very healthy batch for Mark and I. So I'll probably do that tomorrow, and look forward to a video then. I have to admit that the fruit cake was a success. I made 3 loaves, and one is already gone. The other 2 are wrapped up, and they're just, oh well, I don't know how long they're going to be wrapped up, but you know, I hid 2 of them away, wrapped them up and put them away, so hopefully they'll last a little longer than the first one did. But if not, they're made to be eaten. So Mark has really enjoyed them. I thought that they may have been a little bit too on the moist side, and he suggested to me that most people's complaints about fruit cake is that they're a little too much on the dry side. So he quite enjoyed it. So, and that's good, since I mainly bake for him. Okay, so we'll have to do more Christmas goodies, and we'll get around to that really soon. Anyway, this is Tony from her Homestead Skills. Hope you enjoyed this little video, and we will catch you on the next one. Bye for now.